Why a 400-year-old Shakespearean plot explains crypto hacks. In March 2024, someone applied for a job at a Japanese crypto company. They aced the coding test. 2 months later, $308 million in Bitcoin vanished. No firewall breached, no password cracked, no vulnerability exploited. The victim handed over the keys themselves. This exact scenario was written in 1603. Shakespeare called it Othello. The FBI calls it social engineering, and it's stealing more crypto than every technical exploit combined. The honest man.
Othello is a decorated general, a war hero married to Desdemona. His ensign, Iago, is passed over for promotion. What follows is one of the most methodical, psychological takedowns in literature. Iago doesn't poison Othello. He doesn't stab him. He does something far more effective. He becomes the most trusted person in Othello's world. The word honest appears 51 times in the play, 26 times describing Iago. Honest Iago, an honest man he is. Othello places his wife under Iago's care with complete confidence. Then Iago goes to work. He plants tiny seeds of doubt. He doesn't make accusations. He asks questions. Did Michael Cassio know of your love? He feigns reluctance to speak. He lets Othello's imagination do the heavy lifting. When Othello demands proof, Iago provides just enough. A handkerchief in the wrong hands, a conversation taken out of context, none of it real, all of it convincing.
By the final act, Othello strangles his innocent wife. Iago's hands stay clean.
He simply understood that the fastest way into a fortress isn't through the walls, it's through the gatekeeper's mind.
Now back to that job applicant. A LinkedIn recruiter contacted an employee at Ginkgo, a wallet company managing DMM Bitcoin's assets. Sent a Python coding test, standard tech hiring. The employee ran it, then copied it to their GitHub. Normal developer behavior. The script contained malware that captured their credentials. By May, North Korean hackers, the Trader Group, had infiltrated Ginkgo's systems. They waited, watched. When a legitimate transaction request came through, they intercepted it. May 31st, 4,502 Bitcoin gone. $308 million. DMM Bitcoin shut down permanently 6 months later. The FBI's exact words: hackers manipulated a legitimate transaction request. Shakespeare called his villain honest Iago. The employee thought they were talking to LinkedIn. The blueprint. This isn't unique. It's the pattern. 2024 crypto losses from social engineering, $1.2 billion. That's more than smart contract exploits and wallet breaches combined. North Korea alone stole $1.34 billion using these tactics, a 103% increase from 2023. July 2024, WazirX Exchange loses $234 million when hackers convince people with legitimate access to approve malicious transactions that look normal. October 2024, Radiant Capital loses $50 million. Hackers manipulate the interface legitimate signers are looking at. They think they're approving routine operations. They're actually draining the entire treasury. August 2024, Kylian Mbappe's X account gets hacked. One fake meme coin promotion. $460 million market cap in hours as 16 million followers buy in. See the pattern? Don't hack the wallet, hack the person who controls it. Iago understood this. He doesn't convince all of Venice, just Othello. Trust scales. One compromised authority figure influences thousands. The FBI reports 75% of crypto social engineering now targets influencers, executives, and verified accounts. Not because they have the most money, because they have the most influence. Why attack 1,000 wallets when you can attack one person who controls them all? Why it works. Your brain has a fatal flaw. It trusts familiar patterns. LinkedIn Recruiter sends coding test, job-seeking mode activates, not threat detection. Boss sends urgent transaction through normal channels. You don't verify identity, you do your job. The manipulation doesn't need to last long, just 60 seconds. Long enough to click approve. In crypto, that's permanent. No reversal, no dispute, gone. Timing matters too. Trader contacted that Ginkgo employee in March, but struck in May, 2 months. Why wait? Because by May, seeing that recruiter's name felt normal, safe. Iago does the same thing, spends 3 acts building trust before Act 4's devastation. Patience is the weapon. The real cost. When Iago's caught, he's asked why he did it. His response? Demand me nothing. What you know, you know. He never explains, because the motive doesn't matter. The damage is done. DMM Bitcoin didn't just lose $308 million. It ceased to exist. Wazir X still hasn't recovered. Bybit lost $1.5 billion in February 2025. And North Korea's $1.34 billion in stolen crypto? The FBI states it funds weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missiles programs. That Python script the Ginkgo employee ran is funding nuclear weapons. Othello is a tragedy. Tragedies are preventable. The audience sees Iago scheming from scene 1. We watch Othello walk into obvious traps. We scream at the stage, "Don't trust him!" But here's the thing. You're not watching anymore. You're in the play. Right now, someone's being contacted by a recruiter who isn't real, a Discord mod who's been compromised, an email from an exchange that's perfectly spoofed. You think you're too smart to fall for it. Othello was a general who survived countless battles, and yet carefully chosen words convinced him to murder his wife. The question isn't whether social engineering works. $1.2 billion in 2024 proves it does. The question is, what do you do when you realize you're the target? Because you are. If you hold crypto, you're on a list. Hackers are studying your social media, your patterns, your trust network, waiting for the moment you're tired, distracted, or overconfident. Waiting for the moment that message looks just legitimate enough. Shakespeare understood. We destroy ourselves. Iago doesn't kill Othello. Othello kills Othello. The tragedy isn't that Iago is evil, it's that Othello is human. Every crypto hack follows the same script. The North Korean hackers didn't steal $308 million. A Ginkgo employee executing what looked like a normal transaction transferred it. The exploit isn't in the blockchain. It's in the moment between seeing a request and clicking approve. Next time someone asks you to verify your seed phrase, approve a transaction, or click a link, pause. Not because you're paranoid, because you're living through a 400-year-old play where everyone thinks they're talking to honest Iago. And in that play, everyone's wrong.